meeting after a very long time, and I've been seeing you very active on LinkedIn and sharing a lot of articles related to career and career growth. So here we are live on YouTube and on Spotify and YouTube channel. So here I'm Vinny, giving this opportunity for you to explore more about your skills and share to people. Yes, Mr. Hanumantrao, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vinay, for having me here on your Spotify channel. It's great to be here, and I've been a great fan of your channel for a long time. First of all, let me introduce myself. I started off as a banker. Okay, I worked with banking and financial institutions, and I worked for 10 long years, wherein I started at a very nascent stage, wherein I used to do marketing job. I used to go to the showrooms and I used to sell the two-wheeler vehicles to customers. I would even do the collections of the two-wheeler loans that the customers had taken. I would even go to the customers who are defaulters. So I started my career like that. And you won't believe I worked with banking and financial institutions like ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, Mahindra Finance. And I resigned as an area manager. I use the word resigned because I was always chasing after targets month after month, month after month, and I never had that fulfilling and satisfactory experience. I was always say talking to myself every night when I go to sleep that hey, what am I doing actually? What is my purpose in life? My boss would shout at me, these are the numbers that I want, and at the end of the month I have to give him the numbers. Of course I was doing well monetary wise, but at one point of time I felt that no, this is not that what I wanted in life. And that's when a thought came to me, I should meet someone, I should go to a person whom I admire the most, where I could get a lot of advice. And then I went to my mentor, who was from my hometown, Kharagpur, and I spoke to him, and he said, he happens to be my college professor as well, and he said, "See, always go where your heart goes. Okay, what comes to your mind? Tell me." I just told him, I always wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be in education sector. Without any doubt, he said, "I believe that you can become a very good educator." Okay, and then I said, "What do I do next?" Then he said, "Become a teacher." Then I said, but for a teacher, you need to have certain qualifications. Like, you should do a B.Ed. After B.Ed, you need to do an M.Ed, something like that. Said,
Which year
don't
was
worry.
this?
This was in 2012. This was in 2012.
2012. Okay.
Yeah. So from 2002 to 2012, I worked with banking and financial institutions. And when this happened, then I said, who is going to give me this job? Then my professor said, I'm going to recommend you. Don't worry. Okay. You first join the school, and while you are there, you can do this courses and all whatever you want to. And I moved down to Bangalore, where I was from West Bengal, Kharagpur. I moved down to Bangalore and I joined a CBSE falling school. It was a very small school, let me tell you.
Okay.
And my salary was, I shouldn't say numbers, but I think one tenth of what I used to get in the bank. Okay.
Okay.
But,
Very interesting.
but yes, actually. But this is a long story, but I would cut short it. Okay. And I think uh, but let me tell you, it was not an easy task for me. See, thinking something else, but you need to have the skills, right? Requisite skills are important. How you are going to manage the class. Even if you have the subject knowledge, how are you going to deliver it? Are you aware of the curriculum? Are you aware of the different school boards that we have in India, CBSC, ICSC, and the international, IBIGCSC, international curriculum? But yes, it took me 6 months to realize that yes, I have to hone my skills, and that's how slowly and slowly from teacher, I became a career counselor as well, because I felt that pain where other students are also feeling that.
Teaching school
Yeah,
kids are very challenging, even today.
yeah, exactly.
So, what made you to be a career counselor? I see a lot of articles related to change in career, career management, change in career in 2000. above 2023 to 25, the career is completely different. It is not the same anymore. So what you have experienced in 2011, the career change or your career shift, which you decided at that time, it was a very crucial time. Nobody would have accepted. Today, people are accepting, and they are preferring people who is ready for change. These kind of things in AI world. So now there is opportunity today in 2014, which you have tried in 2011. So what would you like to tell about career counseling and the for youth who is looking for career change?
See, the present jobs or careers, how we define, I would say, are emerging. So, what you would see today in the next 2 years, the definition of job profile, the job description in that particular career itself is going to change. So,
True.
anyone who is looking for a job has to update their skills. They have to do that continuous learning. They have to do some webinars. They have to do some online courses. Otherwise it is going to be very, very difficult. Even if I'm talking about as a teacher, okay, because I have been in that arena for quite some time. As a teacher, now it is not about only delivering something in the class. The teacher should understand what sort of assessments are important for the child. Not only this, what are the learning styles of the child? Maybe someone could understand visually better. Someone could understand maybe a lot of kinesthetism. When I say kinesthetic means role plays are being done. Someone who only loves reading and writing. So it is the role of the teacher which has changed significantly. Gone are those days when only the teacher would just scrabble something on the board, and we were in that I think 30 40 years when we were in school. So I think that's when that's how we the teacher taught us. But now the trajectory has completely changed. So
True.
my advice to each and everyone, as per your question, is I would say that everyone has to adapt to their circumstances and whatever the workplace demands are, wherein the 21st century skills, as has been recommended by the World Economic Forum, there are so many things that are involved. The resilience should be there, the adaptability should be there, uh, collaborativeness should be there. There are so many other things that are there in the World Economic Forum skills that have been recommended. So I think everyone who's looking for uh, a new job, a new career, they should be receptive and they should accept as well. Yeah.
Receptive and accept. When two word comes, how to accept change. So what is a tip you can give to us?
First of all, see, I would say it comes naturally. Change, it obviously it comes natural to most people. May not be. I cannot generalize that. But when it comes to jobs or careers, they cannot say, oh, I never studied this as in college. Okay. And suddenly, why are they giving me this? I have been an entry level and I've gone on to become a manager. Now, so many responsibilities are on me. No, I don't want to change. Okay, you don't change, I don't mind. But if you're not changing, the problem is that the career growth won't be there. You would be stagnant. You would remain fixed at the same place for a long period of time. So that is where I would take a point that the mindset has to be there to change. I've seen a lot of people doing that no, I would be the way I am. If you think the way you are, then you have to think about a career which suits your skills and work style approach.
Very
Okay.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
It's little hard to understand for people who have passed out in, I mean, who passed their exams in 2010, 20, 10th grade exam. Students are facing these challenges today because they are not ready for accepting change. They don't want, for example, he is manager or worked in some sector for 5 years, he don't want to change it. So when change
Exactly.
is coming, they are very, very getting very rigidity. And I would also like to raise another issue which is currently happening in like 2021, 22. Below 14 years, students or school going students have committed suicide. So here comes the question is, what are we trying to create? What sort of environment are we creating in society by keeping education in schools, and these kids are committing themselves into a very tragic situations. The reason, if we understand, if you take the statistics 2021 and 22, I feel that they didn't know many outside world. They were stuck with their syllabus, or they thought, or parents have told, or their education system have created like a like how we put a horse cover. They have to see only straight, only syllabus, no nothing outside the syllabus. So we have trained like that. Now when they come out, they were feeling very uncomfortable, and to study their own subjects, they were facing problem. There was no counseling in any schools. There was nobody is there to ask what is the problem you are facing. They all asking your marks and your success, which was not there. Marks, yes, some of they floated, but success is not there. They couldn't understand. Like after 10th, what can I do? What is my passion? What is my interest? Many things they were lacking. And now there was a segment opened up in 2024 onwards. There's something booming industry of career counseling, but again many are not adopting it in school level, again busy with syllabus. So what is your opinion on this very critical situation in schools and system of parenting education?
Okay, I'll come to the first part. It's not about 2021 or 22. I've been seeing this for the past maybe 15, 20 years. And the suicide is very common among students because they're not able to handle the pressure of the expectations from the parents, from the family members, from the relatives, from the society. I think there is a lot of burden on them. And that is to score well in academics. I think the we are only quantifying students on the basis of academics only. There are so many other things. Why are we not taking into consideration? I mean, look at their co-curricular activities, look at their super curricular activities. Nowadays, let me tell you, it's not only about academics, by the way. A lot of parents don't know this. If the profile of a student is strong, okay, not only the universities abroad in the major countries like US, Australia, UK, Canada, it's also the Indian universities. If I have to name a few universities like uh, Kriya University, then Ashoka University, then OP Zindal universities, all are asking for a strong profile, which means that not necessary that you should get good academic marks. Even if you're good with you've taken participation in a maybe a singing competition or a dance competition, debate, elocution, you've been volunteering, yeah, sports, yeah, and maybe you've been volunteering for some time, you joined an NGO, you went for an excursion, you have some beautiful photographs. All these are part of profile building, but unfortunately most parents are not aware of this. Okay, let's come to the second part. I think after this introduction of NEP 2020, uh, I am sure that you will see that a lot of schools would be coming up with school counselors and career counselors, because a recent data that Times of India has come up with, that India still needs 15 lakh career counselors. Okay, though the number is less that we have because that awareness was not there. Okay, but now I can see that there are a lot of organizations that have come up. Okay, the private organizations, if I have to name also those private organizations, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 organizations who are doing pretty well in terms of providing the courses to the career counselors. So the am I allowed to say those?
True.
No.
When it's already on social media, I think there's nothing to hide though.
Yeah.
NEP,
So,
NEP 2020, 21, 22, and 24 is upcoming very soon. So I think
Yeah.
you need to express more, because many parents are watching. We're gonna share
Yeah.
this to parents because we need to make
Yes.
them enlightened with the information first.
Yes.
Nobody will
So
sit and read the policy. So
no, I don't want to read the policy now, but yes, I would talk about the career counseling organizations, private organizations, because why I am saying this, even the parents can be empowered themselves.
true,
Even
very true.
I think I will throw some light on that later. Now, what my mission is. So there are certain organizations like MindLove, then Edu Milestones, uh, Mentoria. So these are some quality career counseling organizations, and which I have thought of and researched, and I found that their curriculum is too good, too robust. So that, and what I am planning to do, my mission is actually to educate at least 1 lakh parents in my lifetime, that awareness should be created about career counseling. And
You're on
how
the
am I
rock.
going to do it?
You're on the
Yeah.
rock, because more than
Yeah,
students have more information, but the poor parents are society bounded. They are not ready to accept the change.
true, true. So I think it is the parents, and I think there is that societal pressure, or okay, that aspiration that they wanted to do something. The parents, we wanted to become engineer, so let's make our son or daughter engineer. We wanted to become doctor. Okay, we couldn't, so let's make our son or daughter engineer. So these are certain things that happen in our Indian society. It's very Indian families, it's very common, and I want to change that actually. Yeah. Thank you.
Agree, great. I appreciate your effort in on this part, especially educating parents, because that plays a major role and give more peaceful for the kids who is in schools and colleges and who want to choose their careers. Because we
True.
see a lot of students are coming, even in my LinkedIn, they messages, sir, I want to be a photographer, I want to learn how microbes work, but I have taken a commerce, and these kind of cross section hybrid concepts are coming up now, which
Right.
students don't want to get into accountancy, but they want to learn science. When COVID
Exactly.
came, everybody learned about viruses and bacteria's differentiations. But earlier, nobody were bothered to know what is virus, what is bacteria. So now
True.
these kind of opportunities are coming up, and people are looking, like Swayam portal is doing really good. People can take up open courses and do their subject-wise certifications and score points. UGC is coming up with the hybrid programs, and NEP is coming in school levels. I think all these, maybe in future generation, we can see that we would get an opportunity to become a student again, because this is
True.
a very good hybrid mix with what we had like 10 15 years back. In India, they used to say biotechnology, IT and BT. So IT is information technology, BT is biotechnology.
True.
IT was yes, but BT was never. But we made like a rhyming, biotechnology, but still today generation also is facing a lot of challenges. It's mixed of too many subjects, no specialization. So like this, yes, parents, we need to tell parents that they have to look into different, have a change. So I come back to the word change, that makes our effort complete. So coming up, like you are taking regular counseling, so you are also arranging online counseling for parents and students. So what level or what grade? Let me put in right word. Like what grade is the best point where student can start taking counseling yearly once and start getting intense by 10th standard. So which is the
Ideally, yeah.
ideal year they can think of?
Okay. Ideally, the grade would be grade 7. They can start from there. So grade 7 to grade 12. So the students will
Recently,
go.
I saw an article. Fourth grade student is getting prepared for NEET exam.
My
So I
goodness.
just remember that. So we also not to put more pressure when we say their interest also, but interest might change, right?
Yes. Yes.
Seventh grade he want to be a police. By eighth grade he want to be a army. By 10th grade you want to become something else at last.
Right. Because our personality keeps changing. Every 3 years, 5 years, our personality keeps changing. But yes, at a certain point of time, once you become an adult, maybe 20, 21, it doesn't change. Although there will be certain sort of mood swings and all once we become an adult. But yes, talking about careers, interests, personality, all that is going to change. Within
Can you
18 or
can you
20 years.
also tell something more about psychology related to personality change?
Yeah. So see, the thing is, whenever I counsel any student, I always first of all have a rapport building with the student. And while I'm having a rapport building, I ask certain questions which we call as MBTI model. Okay, Myers Briggs
Break.
type indicator. Okay, so I ask, like, suppose if I have to understand the student whether he or she is an introvert or an extrovert. So although there is a scientific tool, but I would like to verify that with verbal questions. Now how would I ask is, let's say you become the volunteer now. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, uh, hey, Vinay, let's say you come back from school, and do you start like talking with your mama, papa, or whoever is at home, or do you start calling your friends, or you just go inside your room, maybe you freshen up and you just lie down? What do you do? Tell me.
I think I'll lie down and be quiet for some time.
Yeah. Okay. So I will ask some more revealing, answers I get. But first, the first thing that I would get from you is I would ask like one more question. Okay, now, uh, are you a social kind of a person? Are you a party kind of a person, or you just stay away from the crowd? You don't like to be in the crowd.
Mm, Preferably, I don't like to be in a crowd.
You don't like to be in the crowd. Now, I can get it that I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, but this is what psychology says. I will just reveal it. You could be a bit introvert kind of a person. Could be.
True, true,
True.
possible.
So,
So now when a student comes to you and if he says, "I want to choose this course, which is the best institution," or because parents are always worried about the financial part. So in this situation, what would you suggest for the kids who says their passion to you?
yeah. See, I always think uh, from the student's point of view, okay, majorly, but I also listen to what the parent is also has that perspective or the viewpoint. And if they have passion towards something, I will also look into whether the skills align with that particular passion or the career that the student has chosen. Because, see, just loving anything, just being interested is a different thing. I love poems. Let's say I love poems, but if I don't have the finesse to write such classic poems and all, then I cannot become a poet. Right. So having interest is something else, maybe listening to, maybe writing a bit, but then, to reach that top class means I need to have that kind of vocabulary also to write the words for a particular poem. So this similarly in this case, I would always see whether the skills are being aligned with the career, the kind of personality the student has. And obviously, there are so many things, whether the work style approach could also be there, the capacity, the capability, talent, all have to be in sync. And then only we can suggest a suitable career.
So if anybody want to contact you and discuss personally and or go online sessions, so what would be your availability and schedule? How they can approach you?
Okay, so I have to tell you something that during the weekends I am a bit busy with my trainings. I am associated with a company called Council India, where I do my trainings. I give trainings to aspiring counselors over there. So Monday to Friday I am free anytime after 2 p.m.
Okay.
because I am
So
a
you
consultant.
basically from your West Bengal, right?
Yeah, right now I'm in Visakhapatnam, obviously. This is
Okay,
my
you're in
native. So it's
Visakhapatnam.
been 2 years I've shifted here. Earlier I was in West Bengal.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That sounds great. So that I just shared the location because where you're placed, and if somebody who wants to meet personally, they can also approach you for further counseling or more information.
Yeah, we can have like online sessions as well, so that it's all about my availability if anyone wants to have an online session.
So how about people who is already finished their careers and having experience of 5 years, and now they want your support? What can you suggest for the new trending or AI world situation? Would you would you prefer to take counseling for them and have a session with them?
Yeah. See, the point is, everyone talks about this. Okay, if you have counseled students, why you're counseling working professionals? I would say, what is the difference, right? Because as a career counselors, the skills that are required are the same, be it a student or a working professional. As a working professional, I have to, only thing is I need to understand the transitions of the career in the lifetime of the working professional. Let's say he's worked for 5 years, but in those 5 years how many companies they have worked and in what sectors they have worked in, and we need to find out where was the interest area. If they didn't find any interest, that's why they have come to us. Okay, and we have to look for different careers that would be available for them. Now, I think you are asking me this question, that what next? The AI is coming up. Okay,
Already
so
have entered.
yeah. So AI, yeah, I mean, AI is there obviously, but I think AI. When I say AI is coming up, in the sense that in the next 5 years, this is going to disrupt the market, and there will be a lot of professionals who will lose their jobs. That's for sure. But yes, so in order to excel in any industry now, I think each and every employee has to have some kind of hold of AI, be it AI, be it ML, okay? And yes, the demand will be there for prompt engineers a lot, for sure. Whenever I do some promotional work and all, I use Chat GPT, okay? And I'm using some other tools for photo designing and all. Obviously, Canva, it was first plain one, but now that is also AI generated. Okay, so these kind of AI tools are going to rule the market like anything, and no matter whatever, like be the qualification, be even if it is a mechanical engineer, they have to understand AI. I'm sure. Even if it is an architect, they have to understand AI, because
Very true.
they will go hand in hand in future.
Very true.
Yeah.
Because many people are having suffocation of understanding AI actually, nothing else. Because there many people are not ready to accept and digest the situation happening. Because all these days they used to go to library, gather information, and come back and study. And now they had Google and they used to gather information and study. Now it is something beyond is happening, and many are getting that fear. What will I do with all this information now? So it's playing with information or keeping information or sharing information is what making people to get more frustrated. Because recently I was talking to a person who has experience in software industry for 20 years. Now he's been laid off, and now he's confused what to do next. So I said, your best thing you can do is relax now. After 20
Yeah.
years of experience, what else he can do now? He can do it much more things, but his passion is just to work. Now the work is not there. So the best time for relaxing now. You have created all these days contents. Now it is throwing it out.
Yeah, I hope he has enough money to relax.
Hope so for that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
that sounds great. Having a nice conversation, and we are on time, and we'll have another part of session related to AI career and how we gonna guide people to have more confidence in AI. And so, is there any last word you want to tell to our students who is looking for counseling?
yeah, to the students out there, I would say, don't take any stress whatsoever. Relax and give your best. Give your best shot, and I'm sure you're going to do wonders. So when it comes to counseling, I'm available most of the time. Okay, so Winnie would give the address and all. Okay, and whenever you need any kind of help from my side, counseling, guidance, you need a career path, I'm there to help you out. And that is why, I've changed my career right from banking and finance, where I was earning really, really well in those days. About 10 years back, I had left it. So you can just imagine that, the kind of dedication, the kind of commitment I have for, or you can say, I am very passionate about career counseling. I somehow, I get very emotional. There have been times that students, you won't believe this. Even if it is a free session for 15 minutes, I would make it a 1 hour session, because I want to help people. Okay, so I'm always there. Whenever you need any help, uh, please reach out to me. Okay, I'm always there.
So it's so kind to be on my channel and on podcast. So very soon we'll have another session where we're gonna guide, and more information would be shared related to AI careers, and also for students who can choose right career path and courses after their schooling. So here we wind off and have a nice evening, Mr. Hanumant Rao. Nice talking to you, and we are appreciate your time and your valuable time here to share with us. And thanks for coming on Vinny's Career Guide. And we'll soon look after for the next sessions. And thank you all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Vinay. Yeah, it was a pleasure being with you. You asked some wonderful questions, and yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.